All right. Welcome, everyone. My name's Miles Debski. We're streaming today from up here in Portland, Oregon. It's very smoky outside, but we're excited to broadcast here for you guys. We have Nick Hunter talking about dynamic value lists, kind of an advanced take on that with our FileMaker UI. And as usual, we're broadcasting to Discord, to Twitch, and to YouTube. And so feel free to chat on any of those. I'll be kind of monitoring for questions and passing those to Nick. I'm sure he'll see some as well. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So, Nick, if you want to take over, I'll pass it to you.
Yes, thank you, Miles, for introducing the show today. Hello, everybody, and so we are here I'm here in my basement, so I have all the comfort I need to what's the name to do the broadcast today. So today is it's a remake of a broadcast that we already done, but we don't have the recording of this session. So we are going to redo the same kind of the same session that we did like 10 days ago or a week ago. So for who didn't watch it, it's good. If you want to watch it again, you can. You're more than welcome to stay with us. Anyway, I will do it something. I will do it differently, and I will show different things. So let's start it. So let me share my screen right quick here with you. And today we are going to talk about value list. Okay, so value list, as I said multiple times, the value list in FileMaker is kind of a historic kind of feature. When I say historic feature, that means this feature is there since the beginning of the time of FileMaker, that the prehistoric time, the Jurassic time of FileMaker, which is the late 80s. And so the feature evolved during the across the years, but didn't change. That means they didn't drastically at Claris FileMaker / Claris. They didn't change how the value list works. They improved it, but they didn't change the fundamentals. So that means that they did that to not break the descendant compatibility, and so that's why sometimes the dialogue looks weird, and the dialogue looks like backwards because it's coming from another time, another era, and they didn't want to redo it. Okay, which makes sense because it's not that easy to redo a dialogue like that. So we are talking about this. Here we go to manage value list, right? So we are talking about this. So we already talked about the basics of the value list, but I'm going to refresh your mind a little bit here about the value list. So you have the value list. So you create a value list here. You say, okay, you name your value list. So this is a new value list, and you say, okay, this is Nick, this is Miles, this is we have Jack, we have we have Ken, we have Scott. Okay, so this you put your custom values here, and you click OK. So you have a value, and now you can go there in the layout mode, and on any field you can say, hey, I want a menu, right? That shows whatever I put in my new value list, right? So just by selecting here, you go to this icon here, and you select whatever style you want. You have multiple styles, but let's start with the pop-up menu. So now what you have, you have this. Okay, you have my list. Okay, but this is the basic. This is how it works. So we have this, and we have this one here. That's the same principle. So if I go to the value list here, I have another value list, which are the departments. Okay, so a value list can be custom values. I mean, the value I've put here in this value list are in the marble. Okay, nothing changed unless I'm coming here and I'm removing things and stuff like that, right? So the value is custom. It's hard coded. We call that, right? Cannot be. It's not changing. It's not evolving depending on the context, depending where you are in FileMaker and stuff like that. So this is a custom value list. Then you have another kind of value list. Is see here, for example, I have plenty of records here. I have 80,000 records, right? And each record has a department here. So see, you have the legal department here, and you have another record is accounting, another record is asset management, another record is research and development. Okay, so you have multiple records here, right? And they all have different department. I want a list here. I want a list that grab all the department, so everything that is in department, and I want FileMaker to grab all the different information that you can find in the department and make a list for me. Okay, so how it looks like. Let's say let's change this to a drop-down menu. Okay, so here I have a list. Okay, so this is all what FileMaker found in my solution, in a department field. So I might have multiple accounting and stuff. Maybe I have 10 records with accounting and 20 records with advertising, but it is grouping everything and is showing me one of each kind. So let's show you. If I go here and I show you the contacts, you can see here where the department don't have department. Okay, so let's show the departments. I'm showing the department in well, I don't have a, oh, I mean account. Sorry for that. Account. So I don't have an account list here. Anyway, never mind. I can create a new one. Let's create a new layout. So I'm creating a new layout with account. It's a table view. And obviously I want the department, the name, the city. Okay, I want this. Okay. So as you can see here, I have, if I sort by account, by department here, I have many with accounting, many with advertising, many with assets management, etc. What FileMaker does, instead of showing me a menu, okay, instead of showing me a menu with maybe 100 accounting and 200 advertising, no, what he's doing is compressing all of this, and him showing one of each. Okay, when he changes, say, okay, this is another one, this is another one, and he's showing you one of each. Even if you have thousands of each one, it will just get one. Okay, so this is what this value is doing. So this is cool, because let's say I'm creating a new record here. Okay, and let's say Miles, and Miles department. Okay, yeah, that all the department I already have in my solution. Okay, but I want the department to be, I don't know, technical. That's the department of Miles, technical, right? So now you can see in my list I have technical, because I created a new record with that department. So now technical is available to everybody now, because it's part of the department. And then FileMaker says, okay, now you have a record with department. I'm adding to the department list, value list. So that's one kind of values. Okay. So of course, value lists, you can display them in a different kind of different type, different control type. You have what we call radio button. The radio button is selecting one and selecting the one that was previously selected. You know, now is active. If I click here, it's inactive, but is no longer active. Then you have another kind of you have the checkbox set, which this one is now saying, okay, is active and inactive and archive, which doesn't make any sense, because you cannot be active and inactive, but you get the point here, right? So the other one is or, this one is and. this and this. The other one was this or this. Okay. Then you have our other ways. You have the pop-up menu. So we show that the pop-up menu is this. So you have a pop-up menu, but you cannot put other thing that what is inside the list. And then we have the drop-down menu. This is the drop-down menu here, and you can put, you can select something existing, or like I just did, type something that is not there. Okay. So you see, you have the benefit of both. You have the list, or I'm typing whatever I want. Okay, and that, of course, is adding the thing here. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so that is different kind of value lists and stuff like that. But now we are going to talk about things more, let's say, interesting. Let's say I want to combine. I want to combine multiple things. You know, I want value list to be kind of related together. Let's say I want to be able to select a state, right? And then selecting the state, the value list will show me only the cities that belong to that state. And at the same time, because I select the state and the city, then I want the postal code, which is the zip code, to be the one of the cities. Okay, so I select the states, then that will narrow down the value list to only the cities in the state, right? And the postal, only the postal related to the city. So I want three things here, okay? Three cascading kind of related value list, we call that, okay? So how you do that? First of all, we need to create a list for this one, this one, this one. So we need to create three different lists, okay? We need to create the state here. So we go to the value list and we create a new value list, and we say, okay, this is a state, state all, that's the state, okay? So I'm going here, I'm going to account, because that is what I am, and I want the state. I want the state of the account, right? Where's the state? Don't have the state here. Am I in the account here? No. Oh, I'm in contact. Sorry, I'm in contact. So it's a new value list that the state contacts, and that all of them. Okay. I want all the state of the contact. Okay. So I'm going here. I want all include all values. Okay, I want all the state. Okay, because that's my first list. I want the first list. Okay, so now I have all the state. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I switched it to the other. Oops, sorry for that. So now that I have this, I want this state to show a pop-up menu with the state by contact. Okay. This one, the one that just, state contact all, sorry, state contact all, okay? I want this one. So now I'm going here, I have all the states here that are inside my contact, table, okay? So those are all the record I have with the states. Now, I want, selecting the state, I want to be able to narrow down the cities, okay? So here what you do now. Before to create the value list, you need to create the relationship that is going to do that. What you want the cities that match the state. Okay, so what you do, you want all the record that match the state you are selected. Okay, so you go to the relationship, you go to the contact here, right, and then you create a new kind of occurrence. We call that occurrence, right? Table. See here, this is an occurrence. You create another occurrence to itself. You know, you create an occurrence to contact because you are in a cell in a same table, so you want all the contacts related by the same state. So what you do here, you say this. The state you have selected the state. You want the state equals the state. Okay. So what that do? So that is contact by state. So what that do? Okay, this list here. Okay, let's say it will. I am in a record where I say, okay, I am in Oklahoma, for example, and now that I have the relationship that shows me the state here. So what this do, if I go to the viewer here, and I say, okay, I am in contact, show me contact by state, okay? Show me all the cities of these states. So I am in Oklahoma, and that is all the city he found. Tulsa and Oklahoma City, Lawton. Okay, so that works. That means because those are the record he found because I am in Oklahoma. Okay, and you see you have multiple of them. You have multiple Tulsa, you have multiple Oklahoma cities and stuff like that, right? So my relationship works. That means I said, okay, I am in Oklahoma, show me all the record that has also Oklahoma, that show me all the Oklahoma records, right? So now that I have this relationship done, the relationship works, okay? So that a kind of a tip that I'm giving you when you are what's the name? When you want to do value list like that with relationship, what you do, you just create a table. You create a table showing the records, some records, for example, of the table of the relationship you just created, and see if it works. Okay. So here, for example, I'm in Oklahoma, but if I'm saying, okay, no, I'm not in Oklahoma, I'm in California, for example. Oh, see, the cities changed because the California has all the set of cities, right? So, and if you say, okay, I want to be in Florida, and that changed too. Okay. So my relationship works. So since now my relationship works, you can delete that table because that was just for the purpose of testing. Now you can say, okay, I have my relationship. Okay, it works. The relationship, when I say I'm in California, it shows me the list of cities of California. That works. Now I want the list. I want the list here. I want something like that. Okay, and I don't want to see 500 times Tampa and 200 times what's the name, Miami. No, I want one time Miami, one time Tampa. I want five. You remember what I show you, right? The value list is going to compact this and showing one item of each record. Okay. So now you go to the value list, okay, and you say, okay, I want now show me the city by state. Okay. So you say, okay, those are related values. So you select this guy here, use value from a field. Okay. So you click here and you say, okay, use the value from, and you go to the what's the name? To the relationship you just created. You go to the contact by state. Okay. You go there. You want to go to the contact by state because this is how it works, and this is where it starts to be a little bit, what I told you about the historical aspect of the value list dialog. You are here. You are here. Okay. You want to show cities that are filtered with that relationship. Correct? So far, so good. You create a relationship. You want the list to show you the city from that relationship. Okay. So that makes sense. So you create a value list that do that. You do this. You say, I'm going to the contact by state, and I want the cities, right? But here's the catch. If I do that, I just say city from contact by state, you may think, okay, I'm good. I'm good to go. Everything all right. I did my relationship. Now I'm doing a pop-up menu, and I want to show my cities. I didn't name it. Sorry. Let me name it. It's cities by states. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, I named it. Okay, so now I want city by state here, right? and you say, okay, hey, I'm good. I did my job and I did the relationship, everything. And what you see here, oh gosh, I have all the cities. I have all the cities. I have Vancouver, I have Virginia, I have Tallahassee. I don't have only the Florida. I have all the cities here, San Diego. So it doesn't work. And you say, hey, Nick, what you say is BS because it doesn't work. Yes, it doesn't work. And that was the problem of this dialogue. If you do just this, it doesn't work. Because you will learn later, I'm going to show you that the value list engine doesn't care about the context unless you are forcing the context. Like, here, I could have selected this. I could have selected all the occurrence that points to the contact table. It would have worked, okay? But what you want to do, you want to tell the value list that, yes, I want the city that are filtered by the contacts by state relationship. But I only want the one related to the value starting from contacts. So this is why so many of you guys are completely lost here, because that, in my opinion, doesn't make any sense. Unfortunately, we have to deal. We should have said, okay, that's it. Contact by state is filter. It's okay. No, you need to say include all the related values starting, and that is important, starting from contact. So the wording here is very important, starting from contact. So let me show you. Now, if I go there, oh, okay, now I have the city in Florida. If I'm going Delaware, I have the city of Delaware. If I'm going California, I have the city of California. Correct? So this is what makes the thing hairy. And so unless you have a question, Miles, do we have question on YouTube, on Twitch? I can monitor the question on Discord, but
Yeah, no, all quiet on those two. They're just some welcome chats and then just listening.
Okay, cool. So now let me explain and help me. Let me help you figure out why, and then you can understand the thing. Remember when we said starting from, show me the record, the values starting from. Okay, so you are in the contact. You are here. This layout here is tied to that context. This is where we start. That's why I said the wording is important. We start from contact. Then you say, take me there and get me all the cities with that relationship, the state matching the state. So far, so good, okay? And then you say to the value list, by the way, show me only the values that start from contact. So doesn't make any sense. You start from contact, you go there, you say, okay, hey, I want to, so you start from here, you start from here, okay, and you want to say, hey, get me what's the name, the cities from that relationship, and it's not, and you figure out that it's not enough. You say yes, but yeah, get me the city from, but only the one that are related with that. So only the one that are coming from contact. Okay, so it's kind of a back and forth kind of relationship here. You say you want you start from here, show me from here, and go back there. Okay, so this is how you need to. This is the scenario, the story you need to tell yourself want to be successful doing this, right? So I hope I decipher this voodoo aspect of the relationship of the. So now you got the point here. Let's continue. I want now, okay, California, San Jose, okay, but I want the postal code that goes with San Jose, okay. So I'm doing the same thing here. So I'm going to create a new here, and I'm saying this is contact by city, okay, contact by city. And what it is when the city match the city, okay. So when the city matches the city, show me the records. So now that I have my relationship like I did before for the state, I can say in my value list, I create a new one. Those are postal by cities, you know. And same thing, I'm going to contact by city, right? I'm selecting the postal and I'm saying, yes, show me only the one related to contacts, because I'm still starting from the same point. I'm still starting from here. See, I'm starting from here and I'm going there for the state and there for the city. So when the state matches, I get the city. And then when the city matches, I get the postal. Okay. So now that I have the postal here, let's go there, and I want to use a drop down menu, and I want my postals by city. So now I'm going here, and here I have all the postal for San Jose. That makes sense. This one, 96, yeah, that makes sense. If I go to Idaho and I'm saying Meridian, I have other postals. Okay, I don't have the same. If I'm changing to let's say Colorado or Oregon, you are in Oregon, so Miles, so Oregon, Portland, and this is a zip of Portland. I'm not sure if the postal matches exactly, but you got the point. I mean, you know, he gathers the information based on what I told him, right? So so now I have my three-way relationship, cascading relationship, like, okay, state, city, and postal. Yeah, John, I think you asked the same question last time. Dummy data, but yeah, dummy, yeah. I use her. By the way, yeah, I use her kind of an interesting website for that. And generatedata.com. Generatedata.com. It's very cool for that kind of work. And it generates data, but yeah, I'm not sure. The city works, but for California, it works. I mean, California, if I get Los Angeles, or let's say Sacramento, which is my area, 9.5, yeah, 9.5, 9.4, 9. Yeah, that's okay. This one, you know, the 59, I don't know where it's taking from, but that matches. Let's say if I take San Francisco, should be 9.4. Yeah, see, 9.4. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Ken asked me the same thing last time. I didn't. I know that's a way. I didn't have the time to look at this. That's a way to clear the thing here automatically with an auto entry calculation. I'm going to give you an update on this soon. Okay. That's a way to, when you select something here, it clears automatically. It clears this and this, right? Then you can select something else, and then you can select this. Okay. There's a way, and I forgot how to do that. And I don't want. Last time we tried, remember Canon? Okay. So now let's go to another thing. Okay. So let's say now you want advanced kind of thing. Let's say you have a list of cities. Here I have a list of cities here. Okay. This is my cities. Those my cities here. Okay. This is my own list. Okay. So I have this is a table. This is from a table I call cities. And each cities you can see here has an ID. And I want, now here, what I want to do, I want to be able to select a city from my list. Okay, so I want to be able to select the city from, so I want to be able to select the city from that list. Okay, so how you can get the list of that here, all cities, see? How I can get the list of this. So I'm going to the value list and I say, okay, cities. And I say, okay, go to city. Where is it? I don't have city here. Oh yeah, I need to create a. No, I must have. Hold on, I forgot. All city category. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to the city here, to the value list. I create a new cities, a new value list called cities. Oops. And it's all city Cartesian. Okay. And I want all the cities, all the name of the cities. Okay. That's what I want. And so now if I go to my list here, to my layout here, I want this field, what's the name? Pop-up menu to show me all the cities. Okay. So now I have this. See, I have all the list, all the cities I have in my list here. So if I go there, you can see I can even add a new one. And which city are you, Miles?
I'm in Portland.
Portland. Okay. So I'm adding Portland here. So I add a new record. It's a new record. Okay. And so now if I go there, I have Portland. Okay. So far so good. So you can go to a table, create a table just for the purpose to have a value list. You can have this. Okay. You can have one table and you say that table is just because I want to add new records and I want them to be used only for the value list. That's the only thing. That then you can say, you can tell your customer say, hey Nick, I want to add a new city here. Okay, go do it yourself. You have this layout, go to this layout, create a new record and you add your city, right? Easy. Instead of telling the people to go there, blah, 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 and to go to the value list and change the value list. Now, what I want to do, what do I want the system to do? I want the system to, when I select a city here, right? I want the ID of the city to come. As you notice here in that layout here, each city has an ID. I want my contact. I don't care about the city name. I want the city ID. I want the ID of city because I need that for all the relationship or invoice purposes or whatever, or shipping purposes. So you want the ID. Okay. So how you do that? In the past, we had what I call the old technique. What was the old technique? So you see this field here, it's the ID city. Like, okay, that the ID city. That this is the same field where I have a pop-up menu on top of this. Okay. So the pop-up menu shows me a list of cities. Okay. When I select one, it populates the ID. You say, hey, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. He populates the ID, but he didn't populate the name of the city. See the point? He didn't populate the name of the city because it's a fake. It's just a makeup, you know. It's a makeup on top of the misery. Okay, it's not the real stuff. Okay, that we call the old technique. This technique there is there forever. So how the old technique though? And by the way, the old technique to forget ASAP. Okay, but I want to show you what we are going to strip trigger on object saves set city. Yeah, no, that's another way, Scott, to do that. Anyway, so all technique. Okay, so what the technique was. So follow me here. The technique was you have two columns here. Okay. So by default, the thing come like this. You say, okay, I want the city ID, right? But also, I want values from a second field, which is the name. So the first field, you have the ID, and the second field, you have the name. Now, this is where this is a big freaking mess, and oh yeah, that we are going to replace by something that makes sense, okay? So you say, you know, here, show value only from the second field. Because if you don't do this, here what happened. So let's say I'm doing this and I don't check this box here. Here what happened. Go in there, and this is what happened. I have the ID and the name, right? And if I do this, see, so you have this, which is a mess. You want your customer to show no. So what you want the value list to still populating this ID, showing only the second field, the name. So how you do that? Oh, I crashed. Okay, cool. Okay, interesting.
That's why you don't use that technique.
Maybe, maybe, I don't know. I noticed that I have crashes when I deal with value list. I noticed that it's not the first time that's happened to me when I do value list like this. So now, so the technique here says, okay, don't show me all the value from here. Show me only the value from the second field. Show me the name only. Don't show me but still populate this. This is the main. This will be the main. So it's a big freaking mess here. When you use that technique, it's fake. It's just a makeup on top of the. You have a big spot in front of the nose, and you put makeup on top of it. This is what it's doing. So let's remove this. Let's forget about this. Okay. And so let's. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I know. I quit. So now I want the same thing to happen, but with the real thing, with the real thing. I want, when I change this, I want this to be changed. Okay. So I need here another link to the city. So I create here a link to cities. And I want the link to cities by name. Okay, it's a link by name. That means when in contact, I'm populating something in city here. I want the name to match the name of my city list. That means I want this name here that to match exactly the name of my list here. So when those two matches, okay, so the relationship will work. Now, I'm going to the ID city, okay, ID city here. And this is where I want when I select the name of the city, I want the ID to be populated automatically, okay? So now I'm going here and I say, okay, I want what we call a lookup. It's a lookup. That means when a relationship works, so I'm starting from contact, right? And I'm going to city by name. So when this relationship, contact city by name, when this works, pick the city, the ID. I want when the name matches, get me the ID inside my field based on this relationship. This relationship here, those two relationships here. Forget about those. Okay, these two relationships. So is the name of the city. When the name of the city I put in my contact matches the name of the city list, then put here the ID of the city I selected. So when I do this now, Sacramento, it changes. See, Los Osos, it changed this. So now let's see if it's real. So I said Los Osos, and Los Osos, yeah, is no, it's Los Gatos. Sorry, Los Osos. C4 3D95. C4 3D95. So it works. So let's say I want Portland. So what's the ID of Portland? Portland is 4AAA1B. 4AAA1B. See, it works. Okay. And since the list I'm putting here, right? The list I'm putting here is coming from the list of there. Though what I'm putting here always match. It's always match because it's coming from the list. You know what I mean? So it's not possible that not to match what there. Okay. So it works all the time. So I not only I'm populating a real city kind of the name of the city, but at the same time I'm populating the ID just by building this relationship here. So we have any question here, Miles?
We had one on Twitch. He said, when we create a TO, is it possible to inherit the connection conditions in all other TOs that are daughters of them?
Okay, lookups should only be used on fields that contain unique values. No, it can be also on what happens if is Portland, Maine, and Oregon. Okay, yeah, cool. That's a good idea. Let's try it. It's a good idea. A good try. Okay. So let's say, so what you want, so that was a question for Mokai. What happens if there's Portland, Maine, and Oregon? Do I get all the ID? I think so. Normally, yes. There's no reason why I shouldn't do that. So let's change that as a pop-up menu, as a radio button. Checkbox, sorry. So let's put that as a checkbox. So let's say I put that here. So I have all my cities here. And then I'm going to see what happened here with the IDs, right? No, see, it doesn't do that. It's not checking okay. So I can tell you why. Now I can tell you, it's taking, okay, I know what he's doing here. He's taking the first, so let's say it's empty, okay? He's taking the first that he found, the last that he found, you know? So the first in the list. The first in the list. So I can tell you how to do that, okay? In that case, you don't use a lookup. You use a calculation value, and you say you want the list, right? You want the list of whatever city by name stuff here, okay? City by name. You want all the ID of city by name. So here you have a list now. So now it works. See? So that's why I said it works. Yeah, it works, but not with lookup. So in that case, when let's say you want multiple IDs, okay? So you want Fairfield, Portland, San Jose, Santa Clara, Tracy. So now you have multiple cities here. So now, if I want to, if I want to see this relationship here will be related to the cities by ID. Yeah, go ahead. In your experiment, just select Portland. Which ID would it know? Okay. In your example, just selecting Portland, which ID would it know to get? Oregon or Maine? Sweet. Yeah. Okay. So I think I answered the question here. So so this is if you have multiple, this is how you have to do. You go to here. You don't select calculated value. You don't use lookup value. You use calculated value, and you say, okay, I want the list of whatever the IDCT, because what lookup does, it does the same as this. Let me show you. Lookups does this. It takes the one that he found, the first that he found. Okay, so that was the first, and now this is it. That's the first. So that's what it's doing. So lookup doing this or doing this, that's exactly the same thing. Now what you want the list of this. So, and then now you have this. See? So the question on the Miles, on the what's the name on YouTube?
Nothing yet. We asked if they could rephrase the question, but haven't got it.
Which one? The question lookup should be used on field.
Yeah,
so we answered that one.
Yeah.
The TO, yeah, the TO dollar, yeah, I don't understand. I'm sorry. J Montana 54. I'm sorry. I don't get the. It's very difficult in the short. I know it's in a short sentence like that to position myself here. To get exactly what you're talking about, because TOCs are so wild. But I hope this I'm getting your the value here. Not quite the question, but I assume for the lookup you will have to put Portland ME or Portland Oregon so they find the right ID. No, you don't need because okay, if you have the same name of the city, yeah, okay. So if you have Athens, Florida, Athens, Ohio, Athens, Alabama, Athens, okay. If you have this, yes, you need to have something to differentiate where you are. So now, if you want, I can show you how you can play with those things, right? So let's say. Now, let's play with this, okay? And let's say I have my value list here. My list here was oops. So here you have the city and you add the state, right? Okay. You have the state. So now you have a state here. State. Okay, so you have the state, and what you want to do is to now you and here you want to show this. You want to see this and this. Now you want both, right? Because you have the state now. So so this is Portland, Oregon, and let's say you have Portland, Florida. I don't know if that exists. I don't care. We just do, and you have so we have an example. You have Los Gatos, California. And you have Los Gatos, New Mexico. Okay, for example, I don't know if that exists. It's just so you have twice the same here, right? So of course now if you keep the thing as is, what happened here is that taking the one is funding. Okay, it take both, by the way, because now you have two cities. Yeah, because I'm using lists. So now he says, oh, I have two cities with this, but it's not what you want. Or maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's what you want. You want all the Los Gatos without the state. But let's say you don't want that. Let's say you want the state involved. Okay, so you want the state involved here. So you add here. So let's go there because I think I have it. So you have the state involved. So you want the state involved here. So you have the state here. Okay. So now your relationship here change. You say not only you want the city to match the name of the city, but you want the state to match the state. So you have two conditions now. The name must match, but the state also. So here what happened. So what was my example? My example was I have Portland in Oregon. So let's say I'm in Oregon, okay, and I want Portland. So that matches. Look, see, it took the Portland, Oregon number 4 AAA. See, 4 AAA 1B. 4 AAA 1B. So it does. What happened if I change to Florida? So let's say now I'm going here and I'm changing to Florida. Where is Florida? Oh, here. But it changes. So because now, see, Florida is EFD8. EFD8, right? So, so you got a point here, right? I think so. If you change the name, I have another one. I have Los Gatos. So let's say I'm changing the name of the. If I'm saying Los Gatos, for example, okay, there's none in Florida, okay, but there's one in New Mexico. I don't know if I have New Mexico here. Yeah, I don't have it. So let's say. Let's change that New Mexico. Let's make Texas. Okay. So let's say I have one in Texas. Oh, I have Los Gatos in Texas. Yes. So Los Gatos test at 36CA71. 36CA71. Let's say I'm changing from I'm keeping Los Gatos and the other is California. Okay. Los Gatos here and Los Gatos, California. So I'm selecting California, and bam, it changes the ID. Right? Got the point here? So everybody happy? So that the list I'm using a lot, and as you can see, it's also an auto entry calculation. Right? It's very so when you do this. It changes automatically with auto entry calculation. Okay. Yeah. So it's the combination. You see, FileMaker is that, and that makes FileMaker great. That makes FileMaker it makes both FileMaker easy and hard to understand. Why? Because it's the combination of multiple kind of ingredients that will make the recipe to get at the end you get a nice dish, right? So so this is it. So got it working here. Okay, cool. So that means I'm not saying stupid things. That what I'm saying works. I want to show you something right quick here before we land the plane here. I want to show you another thing here. Let's say now I want to be able to, as I did for cities, right? I want a table to be able to have value list, but I don't want to create a table for every single value list that I want. Okay, I want to be able to create the value list on the fly. Okay, like I did here, for example. So let's say you see I have California. So that's the city in California. This is in Texas, New Mexico, France. So let's delete all of this. Okay. So let's say I have this. Okay. And I want to create my own value list. I create a new record here. So this is a table. You have two tables here. You have a table named value list and another table named what's the name? Value list item. Okay. So you have two tables here. Okay. So one is related to the other one. Very easy. One, you create your value list. So in that value list table, you create those records here. Okay. And in the value list item here, you create the item of the value list. So very simple, using the relationship, saying that you create records on the related table. So here the item here. So it's like like invoice and invoice item, the same thing, right? So I want this value list to be pinball parts. Okay. So and here, so I have pinball parts. That's my new value list, and I have coils, and I have what's the name? Flippers, and I have rubbers, and I have jet bumpers, and I have what's the name? I don't know. Bulbs, 555, and I have bulbs 44, etc. Okay. So those are my pinball parts. So now I want to create a new value list. That's something completely nothing to do with. Here I have state with cities. This is pinball part. And here I have, I want family number. Okay, family members. Mother, father, sister, other. The mother-in-law, whatever you want. Okay, so you have so I create on the fly. I create a list of pinball parts on the fly. I create a member, and I want to create, I don't know, means of locomotion. Okay, for example, like car, like plane, like boat, like boats, and like foot. Okay, so this is what I have, mean of locomotion. So as you can see here, you can have multiple type of you just create list, very simple, one record with related records, one to many. It's very simple. One to many relationship. So far, so good. How about to people name where you don't have a second qualifier? Will you default to a pop-up with second field ID? No, I'm not there yet. Moki. I'm not there. Okay. So because I see the time is flying, so I want to make sure that I'm going to land the plane. So now I want to be able to say, okay, I want to what's the name? Create a relationship. I want a value list on this. I want to be able to go there, here, and I want to be able to just remove this, and I want to be able to say, okay, I want family members here. See, I have family members. I have two things here. I have the family members. I want two things. I want the city in Florida and the family members. That's what I want. Okay. So I want the value list for that. I don't have a value list so far, right? So here's the catch. So that was very important. The value list will work exactly like the global field. That means you can call a value from anywhere. With the values, you can go there in value list and call from anywhere, and you will get the value, from anywhere. It doesn't care about the context. It doesn't care about the relationship. You need a relationship only when you want to constrain, like we did here. You only the related value only. There, the relationship matters. Otherwise, the relationship doesn't matter. If you want all the records, you can go straight wherever you want, and you get all the results. Now, I have multiple values. I have multiple value lists here, and I want to be able to catch that one. I want to be able to catch the family member, and I want all those people. Okay, only I don't want this, because if I do, let's say I do this, I do a value list, and I say, hey, I want a value list from my value list item title. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, so here what happened? If I'm doing this, so I'm going to the value list, I'm getting all of them, and I say, okay, show me in a pop-up menu here, show me all the value lists I just created. Here what happened? I have the boat, I have Auckland, I have the plane, and I have the rubbers in the middle, because it doesn't make any difference between the pinball part and the family members and the cities. It doesn't do that. Okay, I want the system to do that. So what you do, you create a table we call global. So you create a global table. Okay, so I have here the global table. Oh, I deleted it. Okay, so you create a global table. We call that global. It's a table that you put all your global stuff like that here. Why? Because I'm going to create fields here. I'm going to create globals. I'm going to create one global here. I call family member value list. Okay. And I want another, and that's a global. Okay. And then I'm going to create another one, which is the city Florida value list. Okay, so that's my other one, also a global. So I'm creating two global fields here, one for the family members and one for the city of Florida. So what happened here, now that I have my global and stuff like that, I can go here, see? So I have two fields here, see? Okay, so far so good. So now that I want the relationship here from my global. Where's global? Where's global? We don't have global here. Okay, here. Okay, I'm starting from global, and I'm going to go to my items. Remember the items where you have all the family members and you have all the items. The whatever. All the pinball parts and stuff like that. So you go to the value list items here. So and this is the items. This is the family member items. Okay. Oops. This is the family member item. Okay. Why is it? Oh, I might have a space here. Okay, so that is the family member item. And I want the value list ID, and you will see why, because the ID is very important. I want the value list ID to match whatever I put in that global. And I do exactly the same thing. So I have a global, I have a relationship with the global. And I do exactly the same thing here for the city in Florida. Okay? But now I'm saying that this value list ID here matches whatever in the global here. Okay. So now I have two relationships here. From the global, from those fields that I just created, I have two relationships here. So now you say, Nick, okay, but I don't have values here. Yeah, but now here what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going here in my values. You remember all the values here I create in my value list, sorry. In my values I created here, can see here each record I created, a California record, this is the ID of the California record. Because for each record here, I'm saying I want an auto entry with a UUID number. So each record has a different ID. Florida has one, see, completely different. Texas has one, New Mexico has one, Pinball Part has one, family members has one. So you say, okay, I want family members, so that I want the record from to that point there. And so you select this, and I even have a copy ID button here. And then I paste the ID inside that global. Okay, and I'm doing exactly the same now for my Florida cities. So I'm selecting Florida, I'm selecting this ID, I copy it, okay, and I paste it here. See, I have two different ID here. So now my relationship has been established. That means from that global table here, you put the ID from there, okay, and you say, and you have now the relationship between where you have all the items. Remember what I show you, all the items here. So all the items, the value list item, you have all of them. See, you have all the items here, 39 items. But you can see here, they are all they all have a different ID for the list. So let's say, see, I selected this ID for the Florida city. If I'm searching the record here with that ID in the list, here what I get. I get only from all those, I get only this. If I'm doing the same thing, I'm searching for with that ID, right? I have mother, father, sister, I have my family members. So the relationship will do exactly what I've done here, right? So now that I have my relationship, remember we did the relationship for those two. That's exactly the same principle. You establish the relationship. So the relationship here is between the global and those two TOCs here. So now I'm going to create my value list. Very simple. I go to my value list here, and I create my first value list. I want family members. Okay, family members. So I want, from where the family members. Okay, family members item. Okay, so I'm going to the family members item relationship. Okay, I get all the titles of this, only the one related to globals. Remember the thing, because the family members item are related to global, and I'm doing exactly the same here for the city, for Florida city. Okay, so I'm doing this. I'm going to the Florida city, Florida, how I call that? City in Florida items. I want the titles linked by globals. So now I have two value lists. Okay, family members and Florida city. I validate everything, and now you will see, like by magic. I know it's a kind of a little bit fast, but unfortunately we run out of time. So here I can do another one if you want. You guys, you don't understand that I will answer a question. So I want family members here, and I want the pop-up menu, and I want the Florida cities. Okay, so now I have family members, Florida cities. Right. So time for questions is so it's the way you can. I think I can come back here and explain more about this functionality, but it's the same thing. What is important to know is that the value list mechanism, the mechanism where you go there, you go to that relationship, you say, okay, show me all the cities, all the items from that relationship, and go back to this one. You remember I told you that you start from here, you go there, and you pick up. You can do that. You don't need the context where you are. For example, I am in contact here. This here is in contact, right? But the relationship for value list is there, and there's no link between contact and this. But as I told you, the value list mechanism can jump to context like that, and then this will work. This will work even though the contact table is not linked to this, right? This is what is. I understand this makes the thing a little bit hairy, but I'd like to rephrase Ken's question. You showed us different type of values. Which value list should we use in which situation? Okay. Okay, it depends. For example, I have a status that is active, inactive, archive. That's it. this doesn't change, or if it change very, very rarely, right? Very rarely. In that case, I use the. So the question was, which value list to use when? Okay. So the value list here is simple. It's a custom value list, active, inactive, archive. And if I need another one, for example, or disable. Okay. So if I need a fourth one, I add it, and it's there. See, that's it. That is when things are kind of static, and you know that you don't need to change that often. The other values I show you is when you have auto-feeding relationship, you want multiple, you want to constrain with multiple values. So that's what you do. This value list here, when you constrain by cities. So this is how you proceed. You make the link on the same contact and stuff like that. But in some ways, that relationship here and the one I'm showing here, that's exactly the same. Now, you have another aspect is you have a table, a dedicated table for values that you want to use as value list. Okay, so you have one dedicated table for value list. Okay, you can do that if you want something very, very specific, and you want to isolate that from other things. Why? Because maybe you want to be able to see, oh, by the way, which contacts are in San Francisco. See, so that is when you want to do something like that. You have a table, and then you want to isolate your this table from other things, but you want to use the data here. You want to use the data here as the list of values. Okay, and then this one here is when you have a customer, okay, that wants to change on the fly the value list, or you have a lot of values to create, and you want to change values all the time. So you want to create something here, you want to create something here in Florida, right? Without to go and create record, you just have this kind of nice UI here, and if you go there now, I have those two available. See, I have it. So this UI here, this way is when you want to give the freedom to your customer. Hey, change by yourself. Oh, you don't have the city in California that you need. For example, I don't have Fairfield here. Let's say I want Fairfield now. Okay, now I have Fairfield. That's it. It's easy, right? Any question, Miles? I think it's time to land the plan, or we can answer two or three questions. You showed us different type of which way. Okay, so I answer. Miles, hello.
Yep. Nope. You got the TK's last one. Everything's good and happy on the other two, so I think we're good.
Okay. So it's kind of fast. I got a little bit cocked with this extra explanation that I gave. But if you guys want to me to come back again to a topic, knows that I'm going to come often now on the show on air every day. So if you have a topic, you say, okay, hey Nick, we didn't understand that, or we want that again, or we need more info about it, because of course, for the value list, I can stay the day talking about value lists here. So I need to narrow down a little bit. But if there's some things you want me to cover, if you have any desire of things, please email support@rcconsulting.com, support@rc.consulting.com, and you can ask what you want. I will judge I will take the decision if it's a topic that will interest a majority of people. Because sometimes you have a very don't be too specific. That's what I want to say. Don't be like, oh yeah, in my case I have this and this, and it's not doing what I want. No, if you want to explain your value list or whatever, you can ask support@rcconsulting.com. Nick, do you do drag and drop list? No, I don't do that. I don't do drag and drop list. It doesn't work very well. So I can show you how to do that another time, but it doesn't work very well. So that's another way. You mean Moki? You mean the question is, do you do drag and drop? That means you can drag, drag and drop, to reflow, change the order of the values. That's other ways to do that. That's other ways. I'm going to show you that. That's a nice topic too. Okay, guys, Miles, I think we can land the plane without crashing it.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with some free sample files, so you definitely want to check that out. And yeah, thanks, Nick, for your time.
Okay, thank you, Miles. Thank you, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected. The quarterback, great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Try to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap, stands in, throws it left for Amendola, reaches up and stacks a high throw and lands inside the 10, rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.